Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO A38, and today I will show you an unboxing along with a quick overview of this device. So anyway, let's just jump straight into it. So here we have just paperwork, so I'm gonna throw that to the side. And we get the phone. Then we have something that Samsung doesn't seem to know what to do with, which we have a, what is it? Let's quickly check the wattage of this if I can actually read it. And find it, obviously. Oh, there we go, it's big letters on the side. So it's a 33 watt Superfook charger. Pretty good. And obviously a cable, type A to type C. And that's everything in the box. Okay, so let's boot up the device. Quick mention, the display right here already has a screen protector pre-applied. It's a plastic one, but still better than nothing. Is it gonna boot up? There we go. Now, in a second you'll see the display, which I will start off with. So that's a 6.56 inch display. Unfortunately, it's running only at 720 resolution, so 720 by 1612 pixels. It is also an LCD IPS display at 90 Hz refresh rate. So the display right here, to be completely honest, is a little bit underwhelming. Low resolution, or kind of subpar resolution. Refresh rate is higher, but it's still kind of mediocre. And peak brightness at 720 nits is also nothing really like super great. So all the specs right here are just kind of subpar, at least in terms of the display itself. So based on that, we can probably guess that OPPO didn't prioritize display right here, but maybe some other aspects. So we'll see that in a second. So moving on into camera, so let's flip it over. We have a dual camera setup, and by the looks of it, they also didn't prioritize in the camera department. So the main one is a 50 megapixel f1.8 wide sensor PDAF, and then below that we have a 2 megapixel f2.4 depth sensor, which is a shit camera and doesn't give you any kind of additional benefits. So technically we only have one camera. Then at the front we have a 5 megapixel wide sensor, and with either front or back you can shoot maximum 1080p 30 frames. So again, nothing really special here. So let's go into the internals. Maybe that's where we have a little bit better specs. So inside we have a 5000 mAh battery, so that's actually pretty good. That can charge at 33 watts, which is also pretty good. We have a Helio G85 processor and 4 GB of RAM with 128 GB of built-in storage. Now that being said, I'm gonna quickly check. Let's see. G85, right? Yep. Okay, so I'm kind of checking how it compares to something like a Snapdragon 8, or not 8, Snapdragon 695. And just to mention this, the price difference between these processors is basically double, and the performance is in certain cases gaming performance is double, CPU performance not really, and then some nano review score, whatever that is, whatever. So yeah, in terms of gaming, it's going to be underwhelming. If it underperforms by basically 50% over the 695 processor, and obviously you're not going to be getting any kind of significant GPU performance out of this. Now in terms of actual CPU performance for handling tasks, it's a little bit below the 695 Snapdragon, so it should still do okay. It won't be really like chugging super hard. So let's actually finish up the setup. or not, because apparently I need to connect to Wi-Fi for some stupid effing reason. So it's a brand new device that I need to connect to Wi-Fi. How about no? So anyway, let's just now talk about the build quality and features. So plastic back, no surprise there. Plastic frame, again, no surprise there. This device, I didn't mention, is coming at about 160 euros. So it's not the cheapest out of the cheap devices, but I would argue that it kind of underperforms over anyway. So then we get a side-mounted fingerprint sensor that doubles as a power button, volume buttons. On the other side, we have our tray, which has 2 different SIM card spots and 1 dedicated SD spot. So that's pretty good. Then at the bottom, we have a headphone jack, charging port, microphone, and speaker grill. And on the top, we got, well, nothing. So there we go. I don't think I missed anything. So let's quickly go over the pros and cons of this device. And I'm gonna start off with the cons, which I would kind of say it's a little bit more than the pros. So display right here is a little bit underwhelming. Even at a budget device nowadays, I think I would be expecting at 160 euros a 1080p resolution at least, or at least, just not at least. I'm not really looking for more than that, but 1080p resolution would be good on here. Camera wise, we have just a single camera, which I suppose will probably do the job correctly. The other one is just a shed cam, so that's like, I'm gonna critique that every time I see it. It's a useless camera that we get to pay for as customers. Amount of RAM at 4 gigabytes, it's a little bit low in current times. Would like to see something more like a 6 gigabyte option here, or at least give me the option to purchase a little bit more expensive version that comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM. And I think that's about it. Now in terms of pros, I think the battery here and the fact that we have a charger and it charges pretty quickly at 33 watts, that's a massive pro for this device. If you want to top up your device quickly, obviously very important to some people. So yeah, this will be topping up your device really quickly. The fact that we have expandable storage though at this price range is not really a surprise. And yeah, that's about it. Not many pros here. So anyway, like I mentioned before, the device comes at about 160 euros. To be completely honest, I feel like it's a little bit too high priced for what it offers, but to some people, for instance, inclusion on charger and fast charging on the device will be good enough for basically what they're looking for. And obviously if you're getting this device as a deal for like some contract with a mobile service provider, then obviously this will be probably even cheaper, and at that point I would say it's a decent device to pick up if you're looking for a budget one. Now, with that being said, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.